What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to some more All-Star action. We just had the epic, the legendary GM showdown in which the West managed to tie up the lead. But now we're heading into some real All-Stars for all of the leagues. These guys all earned their spots, and they are ready to prove themselves out on the pitch. I'm joined once again by Jaegers, and we're right back at it.
Yeah, back like we never left, merely. East versus West. This is the first ever Provisional All-Star game. And I'm excited to see what kind of show they put on for us, merely. I haven't really watched too many Provisional games this season, so I'm not quite sure what to expect here.
Yeah, the Provisional League has, it's exceeded my expectations in multiple areas when watching on stream. We've got some really good plays that come out, and then we've got some novice moments times 10, which is the Provisional moments, or provolone moments, if you will, but novice moment just has a better ring. But coming out here, we do have all of our Provisional All-Stars. We got from the East, Crispy Waves, Lucky, NG111, or NJ111, excuse me, and Stylify as a reserve. Meanwhile, in the Western Conference, we've only got a 3-man roster with Cow Tarded, Lasagna Man, and Fly Penguin. Looking at these teams, Jaegers, I gotta ask you, who are you expecting to pop off here?
It's a tough one, merely. Just looking at it. The two most notable names I see are Fly Penguin and Crispy Waves, also Cow Tarded. It's going to be a tough one. I see Provisional taking it, but I see it being a long series. I see.
You see Provisional taking it. A bold prediction.
I see one or the other. It could go either way, but I see the West taking it, but the East very well could take it also. I do see it going to 5, so we're just gonna have to wait and see.
Yeah, I'm also curious. I feel like I don't have too much information on NJ too much. I don't remember really seeing him play. The other players I know are pretty goated Provisional League players. I feel like you were right, and that could go either way. I think I'd probably lean towards West as well, if I had to, just because the name Lasagna Man is so goated.
It's a great name.
One of the best names in all of Nemesis. Titan League name, Provisional League player. But I'm really not sure what to expect. I do think I feel like we could see Lucky pop off though. I know I've seen him play pretty well before in the past.
Most definitely, and I mean that's the thing about players you're not too familiar with, is they can always surprise you, and so hopefully, like, even though we're not too familiar with some of these players, they'll pop off and force their hand at making us recognize them.
Well, everyone in this lobby has been recognized in one way or another, making it to All-Star, making it to the big stage. Now it's up to them to decide who will be the first division to take a lead in the all-time All-Star standings. All tied up at 0-0 now. One of them will pull ahead. And I believe we do have everyone in the lobby. It's about time, as we're excited to get this one underway. We'll have to see who comes out swinging. Now, it is a 5-game series, so this will be basically just a normal Nemesis League vanilla game, but with some... wait a second. Is it Rumble?
It doesn't look like Rumble.
It doesn't look like Rumble. Okay, I'm not sure why the player saved that. But either way, we are getting off to our start here. We'll have to see who comes out swinging.
Oh.
Wait, it is Rumble. Wait, why is it Rumble?
Yeah. Yeah, no, sure. Yeah, no, it totally was a normal Rocket League match. It was totally, yeah, no, you hit reset to normal, Crip. Thank you, sir.
Well, it looked like a normal game at first until I saw someone get booted across the map.
No, I saw that immediately. I was like, it is Rumble. Because just looking at it, didn't show up on the right side of the screen that it was, especially whenever I pulled up the scoreboard, which usually it shows the modifiers, unless they've recently changed something. But yeah, no, that That was a pretty funny sight to behold.
Yeah, we're in here. But yeah, okay. Well, restarting the series. No Rumble power-ups this time, I
Maybe.
believe. We'll see. Maybe
We'll
this time
see.
it'll just be Boomer Ball. Either way, we will have a hard reset here. That first goal erased from history.
It
As
was a good
we...
goal, though.
Yeah, it was a pretty good goal.
It
That
was
boot
a
was
pretty solid
insane.
goal. Yeah.
But let's get right into some provisional action. Here comes Fly Penguin, trying to take this one down the field off the start. And really, whenever it comes to the provisional games,
Oh,
you can pop
what
off.
a
You can be
shot.
insane as Cal already getting an insane shot right out the gate, putting West up 1 already.
Bar down and in. What placement? The man has the cow profile picture. He's got the cow topper. He's got it all. And he's got the first goal of the match.
That's not a bad way to start out. But being as it is a provisional league, I would not be surprised if quite a few more goals did fly in here. As Cal looking for another one. Actually, that one's in as well. And Cal is here to play.
Cow is sporting out 100% accuracy, at least for the start. Everything this man touches turns to gold. And look, potentially we still have 5 more games. It could be a very high scoring affair, merely.
Don't you mean everything this man touches turns to goal? Got him. But he's absolutely popping off in the opening seconds here. We'll see if he can continue the performance. Has definitely been a menace in the Provisional League so far. But now it's on East to try and come back here in Game 1. So I'm going to be sent all the way to their end, NG1. Looking to get this one through. It's going to bounce over, and you don't want to allow Cal free shots. This one he won't take, but he is trying to get it center. Lasagna Man coming in here, passing off as well, and that ball almost getting past everyone, but instead Cal taking another shot. This time it will be saved, and if you are on the east side of things, you definitely want to be watching out for whenever Cow Tarded is taking a shot here. Here comes NJ. Looking to get this one down the field, but a little bit weak. Lasagna Man can't quite make contact. Things have settled down now a bit, but this only favors the West here with a 2-goal advantage.
Yeah, I mean, the East needs to be scoring, and they need to be scoring now. I mean, they have 3 minutes left, but it's always good to get momentum going into the final 3 minutes.
Always good indeed, and right now they just want to see something on the board. Lasagna Man trying to get this one through. Penguin trying to get the shot as well. A huge 50 in the center. But right now it's still just so much pressure on the East. Cow trying to take another shot. Won't quite be on target. The East really just can't get anything out. This one, Crispy getting blocked once again. Penguin going to get this one off the side. Actually, can't make the touch, and now this could be an opportunity for the East, but it's right back to Cow. Huge bump coming out in the midfield. But the pressure stays on the East. As they still, I don't think, have managed to even get a shot. Actually, that one gets blocked by Crispy. He's playing defense for the wrong team. And now it's looking bad on the other side of things. A huge shot opportunity here for the West. That's a nice squishy save coming through. And they will stay alive for now, but they really got to try to get some more shots on the board here if they want a chance to come back in Game 1.
Yeah, no, they were just practicing defense on the wrong side of the field. And, I mean, we can't be for certain that the ball would have gone in, but it definitely looked like it. Crispy not going to get the touch, and Cow is going to get his third goal of the game.
And that is just not what you want to see. Crispy just panics in the midfield, can't quite get the touch, and it rolls past him. And East really falling apart in the final seconds. Well, not even the final seconds. There's still 2 minutes left. They can still come back here, but they need to turn something around fast.
Yeah, NJ gonna have a nice pass towards mid. No one there from the East there to capitalize. And I mean, this West team is just cruising at the moment, merely.
Yeah, they're not really doing anything too special. Those first 2 shots by Cow were impressive for the shooting standards, but other than that, they've just kind of been chilling out, keeping the pressure on the East, and the East not putting out much resistance so far. But all that could change very quickly. Is this ball coming back in the half of the East once again? Crispy saying it to the side, but it's met once again by a West player. Double commit will get the ball downfield, but they still won't be able to push for anything more than just one clear. The West is doing a really good job of just keeping the East pressed back in their half, not letting them breathe, not letting them even get close to taking shots. As this one will go off the backboard, could be an opportunity for the East, but blocked out by Lasagna Man. West not giving anything to the East for free, as they are looking to just find, at this point, at least one goal. They just want something to get on the board, get the momentum rolling. 45 seconds left. It's not likely they'll be able to come back, but they'll still try. Here comes Lucky off the side, but Lasagna Man on this backboard defense has been clinical, been keeping it away, and with 30 seconds left, it doesn't really look like the East have it in them to come back in this one. Now, they got to try to figure out what to change, and I'm curious what you think that might be heading into Game 2 here, Jaegers.
Well, it is an all-star game. You never want to see demos in an all-star game. I feel like if the East wants to win, they're gonna have to start pulling out some demos, mess up the defense by the West, because this West defense just right now is too impenetrable. Anytime the East has a shot or something, there's just a West player immediately there to hit it away, and this West team is just looking like they're on another level.
And they had really good control throughout that game. They looked coordinated. I mean, they looked like they've been playing together for forever, but at the end of the day, the East let in a few, well, they let in a few good shots by Cal and then just weren't really able to break out of their half for the rest of the game. I could definitely see some demos coming into use here heading into the next games. But we'll have to see if they do decide to adopt that strategy. Either way, gotta say, Cowtarded been impressing me so far here.
Absolutely. Drops a 500 bomb. First game of the series. More to come from him. And I believe we're just waiting to ready up for the next game. The West keeping the score sheet from the East clean. And I don't know. The East couldn't do anything, I feel like, to get out of their half merely.
Yeah, every time they would try to get out of their own half, they would just not really be able to push for anything more. They got a couple good clears, but the ball would get immediately sent back into their own half, and that just put them at risk getting scored on once again. But heading into Game 2, brand new, fresh start. We'll see if the West dominance continues or if the East will be able to fight back, as this one will kick off. Crispy versus Cow on the kickoff. And it's on the East to try and put up some resistance. That's a huge demo right off the gate. You were talking about, Jaegers. Some demos could do wonders for this East squad. As this one a little bit awkward in front of the West net. They do manage to get it out. East not able to take advantage of pretty big opportunity. And Lasagna Man coming through with the shot. They're just rolling on up and putting more goals in the back of the net of the East.
Yeah, the man with the great name came out with a good goal to open up the scoring, and I just picking up where the West left off.
And that's a good place, certainly where they wanted to pick up, as we will start out Game 2 with the West scoring, and that's a huge miss from Lucky, not able to get a touch. And Jay getting this one across. A little bit of overcommitting here from the West. This could be a huge opportunity if Crispy can do something with it. But it's not a real threatening shot. West going to be able to deal with it easily, and now it's Penguin on the counter, looking for the flick, gets it past him, and he just has to finish it off, and he will. Penguin manages to get it past everyone and gets a 2-goal advantage.
Penguin just finds his way to ball the defense, bicycle flicks it, and it just pops over him and just lays it off for the easy shot.
And so far, I mean, it's more of Game 1 that we're seeing. West just kind of cruising, not doing anything super special, some good outplays. But the East really needs to try to fix something here, as they just need some shots. They just need some pressure. Here comes Cal, though. Gonna try to get this one out. Can't quite find the touch. And Penguin gonna not actually be able to hit this. This could be a bit of an open net. Cal will be back in time, though. He will manage to get a piece of that one. This one could be on target, and finally the East scores their first goal of the series and sees themselves on the board.
Yeah, NJ cuts the West leads in half, just finds himself in the right spot at the right time, and puts in the back of the net.
A nice play there to kick it off. Now bringing it within one. They need to try and use this momentum, and they might have an opportunity here. Crispy gets it slowly rolling through, and it's off the bar. So close to going in, but at the end of the day, it just barely doesn't make it through. Now Lasagna Man looking for a shot of his own. That's going to bounce off, and a shot for Cow here will go off the crossbar as well. But we are seeing a little bit more life in the East here. They're putting up a little bit more resistance, finally getting some numbers on the board, finally getting some saves. And they're looking like they're in at least a slightly better position than they were in Game 1.
Yeah, no, it looked like the West had a bit of a double commit. If the East maybe were a little bit more heads up, they might have been able to see it, the open net, but weren't quite able to get there in time. And the score stays the same. The West operating on the East half. A nice demo there, and Lasagna Man got put in the back of the net.
And those demos coming through. Cow just hunting down the last defender for a wide open net for Lasagna Man. That's going to feel good for them. And we said it was the East who needed some demos, but if the West wanted to dominate even more, some demos are a good key for that as well. Now going up 3-1. Looking to take Game 2 and move on to match point. But they do still have quite a bit of work to do. Cow going to dribble this one through, trying to get it past everyone, but a huge pinch. Oh my goodness. That one. And definitely a rocket. Penguin barely able to get a touch. But still nothing really able to come of it. Another pinch heading back into the zone. Crispy could have a shot here. Get dunked out by Cow, however. As this one's sent right back. Lasagna Man looking to send it over midfield. Cow up for this one, and he will find the shot. It's just off. But these misses on defense really destroying as another miss comes out. NJ can't get a touch, and Lasagna Man with the hat trick.
Yeah, Cow had a hat trick in the first game. Lasagna says it's my turn. Gets the hat trick in this one, and the West just bringing out the demo plays. I was talking to the East whenever I said they need to get more demos, but I mean, it looks like the West took my advice.
And that advice is working out fantastically for them. Now at another 3-goal advantage. And looking to cruise to match point. But East, if they can just pick it up here, if they can just create some chances, they could be better for it. And NJ will manage to get this pass across. A huge infield pass play, and East does find a little bit of resistance.
Now, hold on, Merely. We still got 2 minutes left. That's 1 goal per minute. And I could definitely see the East coming back in this one. However, they need to find the momentum. They need to find their way to put shots on target. And they need to clear up the West's defense, because right now this West defense is operating at a high level.
For the most part, they've been extremely solid. It's like you said, they have been on another level, and it's taken a lot to break through. The East has still managed to find ways to do so. Here comes Cal looking for another shot. That one just off the bar, and there have been a lot of these dangerous opportunities for the West as well. The East not only having to play defense, but they need to pick up their offense as well. But Cal coming through, and it's too much. East crumbles under the pressure, and it'll be another 3-goal lead.
Yeah, no, any chance I feel like the East had in this one has just been blown away by Cal's goal there. And with a minute left, this West team is operating at a high level, and they're looking to go into Game 3 at match point.
And it looks like they will be doing just that, barring some sort of miracle from the East. They're trying to find their way through, but dunked out by Penguin once again. And over the top he goes. This one just might be in. It'll be in off the ceiling. Penguin manages to sneak it through.
No, merely with each bounce out, I got closer and closer. to my screen like no way they're going to let it in, and the ball just slow bounces in. Sometimes the slow shots are the hardest to read, merely, and that was definitely the case on that one.
Yeah, a little bit of misfortune for the East there. A nice challenge by Penguin, just sent it in. And now surely this one will be not within reach anymore for the East, who technically could still do it. They'll need a goal right now.
Yeah,
And
I mean, I've seen 4 goals in 8 seconds before, but that was in a 1v1 match at the gold level. Fly Penguin just is a
Oh.
little bit quicker to the ball, puts it tight, top right, and in, and 15 seconds left. I've never seen a 5 goal comeback in 15 seconds. Merely, yeah, no, this one's washed, and they need a GG go next.
And he is feeling himself now. Penguin just absolutely dusting the defense to that one. Beautiful play to put it completely out of reach of the East. Now it will be match point, and not only match point, but taking a little bit more psychological damage as the East there, as they get beat once again. And a 5-goal advantage for West was enough to secure game number 2. Now game number 3, I mean, who needs to be the one to step up here and try to lead the East to victory?
It's a tough one. I think it has to be NJ. The man has 2 goals. No, it has to be the whole East team, really. Like you can't put this on one player. Like the deficit right now is too far for only one player to be able to step up and lead his team to victory. This whole East team needs to take a break. They need to get their mind right, and they need to put some shots on target. They got outshot by the West by 5 shots, and it's not that the shooting was a lot different. It's quality shots is a difference. West had much more quality shots than the East, and the East needs to pick their shots, pick their demos, and find their way to bring it to Game 5.
And that, may not be the easiest task. East looking for a reverse sweep here now if they do want the victory. Gonna be a tough task. They might have it in them, they might not. But with how well the West has been playing, one thing's for certain: it's going to be a hard road ahead. And actually, yeah, if West does win this, then I'll already put them up 2-0 on the day. Now with 7 total All-Star games, we will have a clear-cut victor for the divisions at the end of the day. As Crispy can't quite get the shot, but not NJ. Oh, he couldn't quite get it either, and it's already disaster. They could have had their first lead. They really should have had their first lead there, but they just couldn't get the shooting down.
Yeah, and it's just moments like those, merely, that the West is able to capitalize. The West have been capitalizing on all of those shots. The East unable to capitalize so far, and that's just why they're losing. I see Crispy starting to go for demos, and was a big reason why the net was open in those last few moments, but just no one able to capitalize on that moment.
And one thing to note, we do have a sub in here, actually. So Stylify coming through on the East side of things, hoping to be the change that the East so desperately needs. We'll have to see how that plays out, as that shot won't work out for the West. Players double commit, and now if the East can counterattack quickly, might be able to get something on the board. But Penguin will send it right back. Crispy gonna take control here, trying to get it across. Trying to keep control, but a little bit of discombobulation in this corner, and possession is lost once again. Now Cal looking for the shot. Hasn't had the same level as the beginning of game 1 so far, but you gotta think in the back of their minds, the East always worried that it could come back at any second. So Zanya trying to take control here. A little bit of bumpage there, actually, from the West in coordination.
Oh, no way.
That's not the touch you want. Cal needs to get this one out. He barely will. But starting things off here, no goals just yet. Crispy trying to get something through, but a very calm game 3 so far.
Yeah, I mean, calm is a tricky word, merely. Just because there hasn't been any goals doesn't mean it's necessarily calm. There's been bumps from either side. West is bumping the East. East is bumping the West, and both teams are bumping themselves a little bit. So it really is an aggressive game. However, there just hasn't really been as many goal opportunities. Crispy going for the double touch here, almost gets it, but not quite. And score stays equal.
And so close. The bar, if it was a little bit higher, that would have certainly been in, but unfortunately it will be a miss. And actually on the counterattack, the West almost able to get there. That would have been huge for the mental of the East if they could have been able to put in a nice goal. Would have certainly turned something around, but instead it's the other end, and Lasagna Man is the first one to strike in game number 3.
And Muley, I thought like Lasagna Man got past one. I thought the last defender was going to get it, but the last defender was nowhere to be found there.
We're in provisional, Jaegers. There are no last defenders.
You know.
I kid, somewhat, but a bit unfortunate there that the ball did just end up rolling in. Now a bit unfortunate events for the West here as some misses coming out. East has to try to take advantage of this. This one's going to go high off the backboard, a huge dunk, and no one can hit it on defense or offense. Salify trying to get back to this one as another shot coming through just off target. The West trying to keep up this pressure, and now less than 2 minutes left. The East, they've had so many chances. They just have to try to convert one of them to at least tie it up, bring it to overtime. This one could be it. It's a bit awkward, but Lasagna Man with the clutch save. This is a huge pass. NJ can't get it on target, though. And the defense holding strong for the West. They know that they just close this one out. They will sweep. Now here comes Stoify looking for the flip reset, but 2 people followed him up. 1 teammate and 1 of the opposing team. And it's still the West who holds all of the cards in their hands. Here comes Lasagna Man, a huge 50 in the corner. Stoify gonna try to flick past one, but Cal with the immediate challenge manages to dunk him out. Penguin almost gets the shot. Lasagna just off target, but the West continuing to batter this backboard, and they won't be able to find it. But now, 48 seconds, and Jaegers, we are in do or die mode here for the East.
Absolutely. I mean, the East just needs to get out of their half. The West keeps having a barrage of shot after shot, and the East just doing what they can to get the ball away. Crispy going for doubles here, but nothing quite good yet. And this East team needs to figure something out and figure it out fast if they want to tie up this game.
And they only have a handful of seconds to do just that. The clock is ticking away, and one more goal here for the West will secure it. Penguin getting this one out. Crispy's in the back line. He's going to look for a possession play. This could be huge. Gets it over 1, gets it over 2, and he will manage to equalize. Finally, the East finds their way back into the series.
Yeah, no, Crispy just a nice tap over, and Cal not quite ready for it. I mean, better late than never, merely, and we could be going into overtime with this one.
It could very well be. It looks like we are heading in that direction, barring some last-minute heroics. This one's off the backboard, though. Penguin could put it away. Won't quite find it, as that one bounced just off the net. And finally, we have a... what? What is happening here? Okay, Lasagna Man getting it through. That one almost just going in itself. I have no idea what happened on the kickoff there. It looked like 4 players, controllers all disconnected at once, going for the ball. But either way, Lasagna Man going for a double touch here. Gets it off the backboard. This could be a shot. A huge overcommit from the West, but shouldn't matter too much as Lasagna Man's able to get back just in time. Stoify looking to clear this one. Double commit from the West. Once again, they're getting aggressive here. They're overcommitting quite a bit. If the East can take advantage of that, they can at least find 1 game in this series, and when you're facing a reverse sweep, gotta take it 1 game at a time. That difference is huge.
Yeah, no, I mean, anytime you have like a reverse sweep, if you look at it like you have to reverse sweep this team, it's very difficult. With the West making an extremely good defensive stop, keeping their sweep hopes alive, and like I was saying, merely anytime you have a reverse sweep attempt, you need to take it 1 game at a time, and NJ gonna do his best to take that 1 game. And now we on to the next.
And it will not be a sweep, ladies and gentlemen. It will be 2-1 here. East clawing their way back into this series. I mean, they had to do quite a bit there. At the end of the day, the defense from West finally breaking in overtime, maybe feeling a little bit of pressure, and now, where it looked like there wasn't a path at all, East is able to get at least one game in and maybe cut some brush out, make a trail towards victory.
Yeah, I mean, merely up until about 5 seconds left in the game, it looked like East was just going to complete the sweep. All it took was a little bit of heroics from Crispy putting the ball in the back of the net. And, we're on to Forbidden Temple where anything could happen. And, I mean, this is just one of the best maps in Nemesis history. Like, crazy things happen here.
This is true. Absolutely legendary map by all standards. Anything can happen on the Forbidden Temple. Novices can beat Titans. Provisionals can lose to people who are playing the game for the very first time. You never know what's going to happen on Forbidden Temple. The only thing you know is that it is going to be wild. We've already seen some antics in the last few games. But for the East's sake, they're hoping that they can get some antics in their favor finally. They're getting one game. Now they just have to try and build on the momentum. We'll be starting off here. And let's see what happens.
I mean, Crispy towards the end started doing some crazy double taps, going for some crazy plays. Look for more of the same in this one. And I mean, this East team, they did steal away the game 3, but they need to step it up also if they want to win the series.
Definitely. I mean, they did get the nice victory there. It was a well way to fight back, but I do agree they're going to have to play much more solidly, and that's some good defense already coming out from Crispy. Looking like he's warming up here, as defense has been a big issue for them in the first few games. So I'm going to go across, but we'll be pinched back all the way to Lasagna Man, trying to get the clear out. Lasagna Man looking for it past 2, but defense still holding strong. One thing to note as well, Stylify did get subbed in there, and he was the one. Oh, and Fly Penguin will get it past the last defender there.
Yeah, no. Fly Penguin just had a nice little bounce shot there. NJ not quite ready for the speed. And West just looking to close out this series right away.
And I don't think they want to take it to Game 5. They were asking if we wanted a Game 5 for content. We didn't respond, so I don't know what they took from that, but it's not looking like they want a Game 5 anymore, as Cal will come through and already a 2-goal advantage for the West.
I mean, Cal just cuts off the pass, goes for the demo, and in the process puts the ball in the back of the net. 2 goals for the West, and anytime this West team has been up by 2 goals, that they haven't let the lead deteriorate, and they're looking to build off it here.
Definitely will be, but I'm still waiting for those Forbidden Temple moments. Lasagna Man almost gets a shot on target. So close. Not that they need very many more goals. Stylify trying to get past the last defender. Won't quite be able to get it. This ball rolls past every East defender. NJ sending this one up. Crispy, actually, this could be a huge passing play, but the backflip from NJ, and that was such a good opportunity once again. Couldn't quite take advantage of it. Is this stunt coming out? Not very many people on defense. Oh. Crispy is sitting down there, and he will get the redirect. East manages to bring it within 1.
I mean, Crispy saw the pass, just has a tap ahead, speeds up the ball, and cuts the lead in half. I'm not sure the West defense was quite ready for it, but Crispy was.
Sometimes just waiting for that ball to come to you. It's a great play. That time it worked out fantastically, as this one, another goal opportunity. That one almost flying in as well. West getting some very close shaves here. They're not able to expand on this lead any further. East managed to stop the bleeding for now. Now they have to just try to find a little bit more momentum. A little bit more of a way to come back in this series. Here comes Crispy. Taken to the air. Tries to get the flip reset. I don't think it quite landed, though. This one will hang in the midfield. Instantly challenged out by Penguin. Sonya trying to get it to the side, and Even though those 2 goals, they went in pretty quickly, reminiscent of game 1 almost. But now the East looks much more composed on defense, we'll say here.
Yeah, no, the East found their composure, able to make this game a little bit quieter. West coming out with a few more demos, going to bump into each other there. But, I mean, this East team is letting up less on offense, and finally they're able to start going on the attack.
Oh, that's a beautiful shot from Cal, but
save.
oh my goodness, I don't think it was going in, but that is such a great clear from NJ there. Happened to be in the right place at the right time, and the reaction time from that jump was on point as well. And that'll keep some of the danger out, as West still unable to break past the 1-goal advantage for now. They're still pressing. Cal getting it past 2. Just one to beat, and he gets the flick pass. It's an open net. He will send it in, and a huge dribble coming out from Cal.
Cal's just going to dribble past the whole East team. 1 flick, 2 flick, 3 flick, and in the back of the net, he's going to turtle it there. A little bit of BM, but I love it. And back to a 2-goal lead for the West.
A great play to give the West even more confidence that they can close this one out in 4. Only need to kill a little bit more time. Meanwhile, the East, they were able to come back with 5 seconds left in game number 3 and just barely squeak out the win, but they're going to have to get a goal quickly here if they want to repeat it once again. Stalfi in the corner trying to get past. Lasani gets it out, but NJ here looking for the double touch maybe. Oh, I wish he had kept boosting for that.
That would have been insane.
Still, East getting some good pressure here. Finding some ways towards the ball, towards the West goal. Here comes Crispy looking for a big shot. Saved away by Penguin, who has been stellar on defense so far. In my opinion, a real big part of why the West has been able to be so successful. But they're still barely holding on for now. East pressing with all they've got, trying to make anything happen. But so far, I mean, I don't know if they have it in them. They need to goal so quick here.
Yeah, I mean, 30 seconds left. The clock stops for no one. This East team is managing to stay on offense. Can they put a shot on? No, Lasagna Man does well to hit it away. And 20 seconds left. It's in do or die mode for this East roster.
They have been on offense for what feels like the last 3 minutes, just trying everything, but nothing is working. That one still won't come through. Crispy can't get the shot, and with that clear, it should be game. I don't think they have enough time to score 2 more goals. West will manage to take it in 4, and what a performance from these provisionals.
Yeah, no, the West sweep stays alive, taking the GM showdown and then the provisional match. For the first ever provisional match, Crispy going to put another one in. However, it's 1 second too late, and this game is over. Little consolation prize, however.
They will get one more. They put up a good fight. At the end of the day, it wasn't quite enough, but at least they made it close. Only really the one game was like a huge blowout where it was 7-2. Other than that, I mean, the West put up some pretty good resistance.
No, they really did. I mean, they were all-stars after all, merely. They know how to play the game. They're voted in order to represent each team. And I mean, it was a good showing, but this West team just popped off here.
Absolutely. They came out swinging, never really let up, other than the Game 3 loss, which was incredibly close. West definitely deserving of this one. And for the Provisional League, that'll be a 1-series advantage to the West, coming out strong, taking the first win. Hope you guys enjoyed the series, and we will be back with the Novice League, working our way up the ranks. More All-Star action coming through, but we will be headed to a short break before that. We will catch you guys in a little bit over 5 minutes, give or take. See y'all soon.